Woman issue 54. This continues Joe Orlando's run on Wonder Woman, and this issue is a beautifully illustrated issue. I mean, the cover is fantastic. I mean, look at that. It's truly, the art here is really good. The artists here, there's a dual artist team in the interiors. Raul Allen and Patricia Martin are the artists. Borjo Pendando is the colors. Sado Temafonte is on letters. I mean, Temafonte, he's been on letters in Wonder Woman for quite some time. David Yarden is the cover artist, and Jenny Frison does the variant cover. This is really good. Chris Conroy is the editor, and Jamie Rich is a group editor. And again, yeah, this is part 3 of the Enemy of Both Sides. I don't really understand the title, The Enemy of Both Sides. I don't know what sides they're talking about, so I'm not gonna. There's a lot about this I don't really understand. But one thing I will say about this issue is that it's a little bit easier to understand than the previous 2 issues of Wonder Woman. The previous 2 issues of Wonder Woman didn't make a lot of sense. They were fighting with Aztec against the Tezcatlipoca, whatever god, and they managed to rescue an Amazon by the name of Atalanta that was a member of the banga-migdal tribe, which is Artemis's tribe. Artemis, who is well known for being a member of Red Hood and the Outlaws, Artemis is an Amazon member of the banga-migdal tribe, that basically are considered, they're a branch, they sort of branched off. They're a branch of the Amazons, and they sort of form their own tribe. They're sort of like the lost tribe of the Amazons, except everyone kind of knows where they are because they're near a place called, they got their own sort of hidden place near a place around Korak, which is like the DC universe of Iraq, equivalent of Iraq, basically. And essentially, banga-migdal tribe has been infiltrated by by Rustem, and Rustem he's a badass that was last appeared in the pages of Suicide Squad. And he's got this kind of fantastical power set. I don't really get it. He was killed in Suicide Squad, but then he was resurrected, and he's brought back here. And I'm not really sure exactly what's going on, other than the fact that the banga-migdal tribe, and I say that wrong. This is one of the things where I'm just going to vent a little bit. One of the things that makes Wonder Woman just off and wrong. I don't like whenever you're struggling for names on a virtually an issue by issue basis. There's something wrong with the mythology. Then you have to change. Yeah, I'm sorry, you have to change the mythology. You got to change the language. I mean, if you're not going to make the language easy to get, now of course, you could say that that's my problem. The fact that I don't know how to speak and read English. Yeah, fine, okay. I still think though, there's got to be more common sense names in this. At some point, these Amazons, both Amazons, to me, whether it's the banga-migdal tribe, banga-migdal, stupid. Give it a different name. Call it, what do they call it? Amazon A and B. These are really dumb names for tribes, and they've been dumb from the beginning. They were right back to the beginning, and I don't know if that originated with George Perez or whatever, that lost tribe of the Amazon, but they got to come up with better names here. They gotta, you know what, if I was a Manazon, I would conquer the lost tribe of the Amazons, and the first thing I'd do is that I would change all the names. You know, you're not gonna have some stupid name. Now we're gonna call our city, I don't know, we're not gonna call it whatever the hell we're calling it here. In fact, I don't even know what it's called here. It's Koraki, they're in Kawaki airspace. I don't even think they say the banga-migdal has stood in Korak longer than anyone else. So under Faruka II, that's the Amazon who's the Queen Faruka II of the banga-migdal tribe has stood in Korak longer than anyone else. So I guess they're in Korak. I'm a little bit. Why would they end up in Korak? No, and they're gonna. So they basically decided to go from Paradise Island to basically set up a headquarters in Korak, and they presume that they now, I guess they're colonizing Korak, and they want to attack Korak, and they Wonder Woman, you know, they're returning Atalanta home because Atalanta is a member of the lost tribe of the banga-migdal, so they're returning Atalanta, and when they arrive there, all of a sudden they're greeted not by a greeting party but by a war party, and by a war party formation. Wonder Woman recognizes it as a war party foundation. Again, what doesn't make sense is how would Wonder Woman know that? It's the Lost Tribe. How would Wonder Woman possibly know what a war formation looked like for a Lost Tribe of Amazons that she wasn't raised by, doesn't know much about, other than what was told to her by her mother? But in any event, I'm digressing a bit. I, um, I'm once again, I don't really find this to be all that great. The story is I find to be very the story is just boring. Um, Once again, I just honestly what surprises me about stories like this is that these women are dumb. I mean, this is a monumentally stupid group of women, and I'm surprised. I mean, I guess I can say that because I mean the story speaks for itself. These are just plain dumb. I mean, why? I mean, the actions of the banga-migdal there, I just don't get it. What are they hoping to accomplish? Why are you attacking Korak? Why? I mean, you're a lost tribe of Amazons. Why not hide behind them? What do you want to do? You want to create an international incident? The logic here just eludes me. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, and it just seems very forced. So that Wonder Woman, I mean, the enemy of both sides is the name of this storyline. This is part 3 of the enemy of both sides. So what's the enemy of both sides? So banga-migdal's the enemy, or Queen Korak, or Queen, what's her name again? Again, these stupid names. Queen. Um, I don't even know. I forget. That's how memorable these names are. Even Rustam, what a stupid name. I mean, this is one of the reasons why Wonder Woman just is going to be a character. I mean, I mean, the best villain Wonder Woman has is Veronica Cale. Why? Because the name is Veronica Cale. It's not some stupid name like Circe and Circe or Cirque or whatever. Like, make the names pronounceable, please. The character places pronounceable. The landmasses pronounceable. Okay. I don't know. Either that or educate me, send me to school so I can learn this stuff. But I get so frustrated on this because it really is detracting from the storyline. I find. Again, the art's great, but I don't see how Wonder Woman can do anything to facilitate peace here. Rustam takes out Wonder Woman with some. He's got the power of the sun. He takes Wonder Woman out, and then he sort of manipulates the Queen of the Lost Tribe. I'll call him the Lost Tribe because it just sounds more cool than banga-migdal, which sounds like a cheap fast food place for foreigners. I don't know. Does it? It just sounds ridiculous. In any event, really an insulting portrayal of the Lost Tribe. I mean, I always thought Artemis was an arrogant sort of bitch, and that's kind of what I liked about her. But I didn't think her entire banga-migdal tribe or Lost Tribe that they were all like genuinely stupid. They're all stupid, and I just think that they're very poorly portrayed here. And this nonsense that, oh my God, it takes Wonder Woman to show up to talk common sense into them. I mean, this isn't Wonder Woman conveying any wisdom at all. This is just Wonder Woman showing up, and she's going to probably somehow, I don't know, I'm probably defeat the enemies, but the master plan here is that when they show up, the Queen of the Lost Tribe sort of jails Atalanta for reasons which go unexplained because they just do. Stupid reason, again, really dumb. I mean, apparently they got angry that Atalanta was protecting the world against that Tezcatlipoca, whatever the stupid name it is, from the previous 4 issues that, the writer doesn't care to want to, make pronounceable for readers, or memorable, apparently. In any event, they jail Atalanta, and now Atalanta thinks, well, Wonder Woman, you can't just free me. The people of the law, the banga-migdal, they've got to decide for themselves to free me as their queen and to overthrow the existing queen. Otherwise, I'll have no influence and I'll have no respect. So, in other words, she's got to rely on the very stupid people that she has she hopes that they're not going to be stupid. And so, it's naturally going to take Wonder Woman to defeat Rustam, to defeat the queen, to somehow facilitate peace and make the existing queen look stupid. And I have a prediction that the existing queen's probably going to get killed, and they're going to release Atalanta, and everyone's going to praise Wonder Woman for, facilitating peace through both kicking ass and peace, and therefore heightening the idea of her being a peaceful warrior. So she's orchestrating peace, and this story is so contrived to show exactly what the writer wants, that Wonder Woman is a peaceful warrior, That's why it's a very mediocre story. It's so predictable. This is exactly the type of story that if you're writing Wonder Woman, this is a by the numbers thing. Let's create a story that is in the Middle East. Let's make all the characters really, really stupid, except Wonder Woman. Well, she's not all that bright either, and I can get to that in a moment. But let's make everyone stupid, and let's get to an ending where Wonder Woman can kick a little ass, and then conveniently have the last queen let out of jail, and we're gonna have peace after Wonder Woman kicks ass, and she's there for a peaceful warrior, and that's what Wonder Woman stands for. Um, it's so by the numbers, it's so boring, it's so predictable, but you know what? It's better than the previous two issues, and it's all right, but it's very blasé. I really want something more. The art's fantastic though, so you can pick it up for that reason. I'm being kind of cynical here. I'm being kind of cynical here. That's why I'm having the Brian Boland statue here to cheer me up, and the fact that check out the legs on that, huh? I tell you what, you know Wonder Woman is in desperate need of a Purian fanboy bondage issue where Wonder Woman gets tied up, just to sort of get rid of this God Lord, by the numbers, peaceful warrior. I mean, she even uses her magical lasso in this issue. For once, she uses it for something other than supplicating your enemy. The good news is that Wonder Woman at least didn't pull the Greg Ruck, and she wasn't on her knees, begging for her enemy to give up. So at least there's not that. But she was, of course, basically made a fool of by Rustam, who he got rid of her rather easily. So hopefully next issue we'll have Wonder Woman actually do something constructive. I'm sure it will. So far it's feeling very by the numbers, very predictable, and but at least it's not as confusing as the previous two issues. So it's not bad. And the good news is I think next issue it actually ends, and we can move forward to what I hope will be a little bit more exciting stories. But I'm not going to hold my breath, but we'll see. J. Willow Wilson is after Joe Orlando, and I am really curious to see what she does, because I did like many of her issues with Miss Marvel, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of take she has on Wonder Woman once this is done. So this is a better Joe Orlando issue in the past. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking now, guys. Fantastic art, mediocre story. Story 5.5 out of 10. Art 9 out of 10. And until next time, guys, Comic Boom out.